What if the most powerful revenge isn't a speech, a post, or an argument? What if the strongest response isn't loud, dramatic, or reactive, but quiet, disciplined, and unshakable? Imagine living a life so calm, so controlled, so full of direction that the person who hurt you can no longer reach you. Not because you're trying to prove anything, but because you became someone their chaos cannot touch. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to give you one simple test that reveals whether your silence is true strength or just hidden attachment, the kind of quiet hurt that still ties you to the past. The reality of hurt and manipulation. In life, you meet two kinds of people. One, those who build you up, who push you forward, who challenge you with care. Two, and those who try to break you, often silently, subtly, in ways that leave no visible scars, but etch deep marks in your confidence. The ones who break, you don't always do it loudly. Sometimes it's betrayal disguised as friendship. Sometimes it's manipulation, a slow erosion of trust. Sometimes it's gossip, withdrawal, or passive-aggressive behavior. The most dangerous type leaves no visible bruises, only psychological and emotional scars. When that happens, most people crave a reaction. They want to lash out. They want immediate justice. They want the person who hurt them to feel the same pain. But Stoicism offers a radically different form of revenge, one that doesn't poison you, one that doesn't require rage or dramatics, one that elevates you quietly while dismantling their control. Victory 1. Refuse to donate your energy. Marcus Aurelius said it clearly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. You cannot control what they did. You cannot rewrite the past, but you can control what happens next. The first step toward real freedom is this. Refuse to feed them your energy. Attention is currency. If they can still provoke anger, tears, long explanations, or desperate messages, the injury continues. That's exactly what many manipulative people want. Proof that they still matter in your life. The Stoic begins by withdrawing energy cleanly. No performance, no pleading, no arguing for dignity. Just a calm, deliberate step back where your energy is yours, not theirs. Victory 2. Silence is not passive. Most people misunderstand silence. They think silence equals surrender. In Stoicism, silence is a boundary with teeth. It is a wall that removes access, a shield that breaks manipulation, a pause that stops the cycle of provocation and reaction. Think about what they expect when they've hurt you. A breakdown, a confrontation, a desperate message full of emotion, public explanation. Now imagine the opposite. You say nothing. You don't chase. You don't explain. You don't turn your wounds into entertainment. You simply step out of reach. This isn't weakness. This is self-command. Victory 3. Rebuilding in silence. The true revenge is the rebuild they cannot touch. Here, silence becomes lethal, not in a harmful way, but in the way it reclaims your life. You redirect the focus they tried to steal. You reclaim your confidence, your time, your attention, your peace. You train your body, sharpen your mind, and build your work. You invest in people who respect you without games. You stop reacting to what they did and start living as a commitment to who you are becoming. And here's the terrifying truth for them. They can't handle you anymore. They can't bait you. They can't guilt you. They can't rewrite the story if you refuse to participate. You become emotionally untouchable, and that, more than any argument, ends their power. Victory 4. Outgrow them. Stoicism doesn't teach revenge as harm. It teaches revenge as immunity. The goal is not to make them suffer. The goal is to ensure they can never control your inner world again. Epictetus said it clearly. It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. So, when someone hurts you, do you spiral? Do you post, rant, or text in rage? Or do you become the version of yourself that no longer needs closure, revenge, validation, or their understanding? That version doesn't win loudly. It wins permanently. Victory 5. The test of true silence. Here's the test I promised. If they contacted you tonight, would your peace collapse? If your heart races, Your mind replays conversations, and you feel pulled back into the old loop. Then your silence isn't freedom. It's distance with attachment. If the message wouldn't move you, if you could read it calmly and choose your response without agitation, then you've reached detachment with dignity. That is the Stoic goal. Not to punish, not to retaliate, but to reclaim yourself. Final reflection. Your silence should speak only to your future self. Don't disappear to make them miss you. Disappear to stop needing to be missed. Don't go quiet to create mystery. Go quiet to create mastery. Because the strongest people don't announce their healing. They live it quietly. And one day, when the past tries to return, you'll find a door that no longer opens. Not because you hate them, but because you chose peace over chaos, progress over proving a point. That is the smartest revenge. Not words, not posts, not arguments, but becoming untouchable. Now I want you to reflect. What's harder for you? Staying silent after being hurt, or staying disciplined after you go silent? Comment below and type, "I rise in silence," if you're committed to mastering this. If this resonated, subscribe to Stoic Ascend, where we build calm strength in a world that constantly tries to provoke you.